Hi, it has been a while. I am sorry, but as you know, I've got lots on the go and I'm kind of consider myself a makeup artist who blogs and not a full-time blogger, so I can't always do videos for you. My eyes. I'm going to do a similar technique on both my eyes, just using different colors. First, I'm going to put a base shadow on, and then I'm going to use a pencil that I then blend out, set, and then blend out some more. So you'll be able to see how really quick and easy you can get a really simple but beautiful smoky eye technique without too much mess and fuss. So I've already put my base on because you don't need to see that. I'm currently using the Hero Cosmetics, which is 88% organic. It's a natural, it's vegan as well, which is great. I really love it. It smells like cake. So for my eyebrows today, I'm going to use a pencil that I've just gotten a couple of months ago. It's the Benecos pencils. They are just from Planet Organic, or I think you can get them online. You can get them from loads of places, and they're really inexpensive. So natural and organic beauty does not have to be expensive. You can choose your price point, and you can choose what products to swap out first so that it works with your budget. I am not changing everything at the same time. This has been going on for 2 to 3 years now. There's still lots of parts of my kit that I still need to replace slowly, parts of my personal kit as well. It's also sometimes I haven't been able to find the exact match or the exact product that works right. So, but little things are really easy to change, and pencils are one of them. So I love this one. It's got a little do-la-la spoolie on the end, and I'm just gonna go, I always try to go a bit sideways, especially with the eyebrow. I never go right on the point. It's just a bit softer. And I'm lucky, I've got a good eyebrow shape. I do pluck them a tiny bit. Oh, I've gone over a bit. And then I just do the doohickey like that. So on my first eye, I'm going to use a taupe. I'm using this duo from Inica, and it's called chocolate and coffee. And I'm going to use the taupe, which is a bit of shimmer, a bit of highlight to it as a base. I'm applying it really neatly right on my eyelid. For my other eye, for this darker, blacker look, I'm gonna go in with a gray. This is from my organic palette. That is actually a Dr. Hauschka gray from a few years ago, but they've just done a massive rebrand and repackaging, which is gorgeous. But they don't make that actual palette anymore, so I don't know if they've got a color to match, but it just gives you an idea. It's a quite bluey gray. So again, I'm applying it really neatly by tapping. By tapping it, you can really control where the color is going, and it's going straight on my eyelid, right up into the socket line, but no further. Really pardon the changes in the color tones. So I'm going to be using a pencil next. I'm using a really soft pencil that I can then smudge out. You can try lots of different brands. I've got 2 Dr. Hauschka pencils here. This is not a sponsored post. I just want to make that clear. I enjoy these pencils, and I've had them for a while, and I like using things up as much as possible. So I've got a black and a brown. They have had a rebrand. Their pencils do look a bit different, but the double-ended ones with the smudgers still exist in several different colors. So on the darker color eye, I'm going to use a black. It has been sharpened. I don't mind that the tip is not super sharp for this. I tend to lay my pencil flat and work inward. So for this side, I'm going to use a brown pencil, and it doesn't have a smudgy end, so I'm going to use a cotton bud. These are these funky Muji ones that are black. I'm going to take my pencil again, I'm going to lay it flat, pardon the crazy hand. See, it's much softer. It's still really easy, messy shape. Well, not messy, but just an easy shape. For underneath the eye, I'm just going to take the same pencil, which I'll also smudge out. Try not to go too far in here because I think it looks really unattractive. It tends to bring the eyes in. I really avoid doing too much on the inner corner. So again, for the other side, I'm just going to go in underneath. And then instead of using a cotton bud, I'm actually going to use a brush this time, a really fine angle brush. This brush is from Louise Young. She's a makeup artist. I know her. She is lovely, 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 uber talented, and she makes this beautiful brush line, and she's got an amazing book coming out. So that's not sponsored again. I'm just saying, she's my friend. One of the keys is if you're gonna do this darker version is to really keep it nice and neat and kind of headed upwards. We want to emphasize up and out, especially past 40. So to add some depth to this now, I'm going to add some eyeshadow. Not only will it set the pencil, but it's just going to add the really deep smoky effect. I'm going to use the Inica Duo in Black Sand. I'm going to use the black. It's really, really good black. It's just off jet black. Dark shadows can be really messy, so I like to use a tissue, or in this case, toilet paper or loo roll, as you guys like to call it here, just to save myself getting it all over my face. I'm using a brush that's short and has a lot of firmness for control. Don't ask me what this is, it's 1,000 years old. Here, I've done a little close-up here, so I'm just going over what I've done to blend it, and it's getting caught by that tissue that's right there. And with what's left, I'll probably go underneath. So for this softer, browner side, I'm gonna go back to my chalk coffee palette from Inica, and I'm gonna use a cotton bud just to show you that if you don't have all the most amazing brushes in the world around, like I do, because this is my job, you can use a cotton bud, you can just use a small selection of brushes. Maybe that's a good one to do, a little brush edit. Maybe I should do a video about that. So I'm just gonna dip, like that. And again, I'm just gonna use this tissue to catch anything. So you can see, technique, exactly the same technique, it's just the colors that change. So I've dipped my brush, a sort of round, small, firm brush, in the black again, and I'm dabbing off the excess, super important, or else it really does go everywhere. And then I'm just put my tissue back here, and then go into the crease. So see that? That's what I end up with. And you could add more, you could add less. What I'd probably do is with whatever's left of my brush, kind of close up this V a little bit and just do like a little, because that's really flattering. So for this eye, I'm gonna do the same technique. I've put my brush in the brown from the chalk mocha. I've got my tissue, I've dabbed off the excess. Now for a bit more kind of finishing, I would probably add a bit more color to this space here. If you don't have a lot of space, if your eyebrows are much lower than mine, you might not want to do that. I always also will blend out here and add a bit more color here. So let me show you what I'm going to do. So to bring up this darker side a little bit, I'm going to use this, which is an Elate color. This again is my organic palette for work. But I'm just going to put a bit of color on it, take off the excess. It's a really sort of lovely fiery burgundy. And I'm just going to do it here, and it's just going to lift the whole smoky look a bit. I tend to apply with one brush and blend with a clean brush. And what I'll probably do after is with my brush here that have the dark black on it, I'm going to put a bit more black again, and then just finish up this corner again. I do like working in thinner layers. It helps me get the color right. I'm gonna move in. And then with this clean brush, I'm blending here, and don't worry, I'll get something under there in a minute. What I would probably do as well is with this warm reddish color, whatever's left underneath, I would just blend it out underneath the black. And you can do this with a brown, you can do this with bronze, you can do this with more gray. Play around, try something else. I'm using a brighter color because, again, as I age, I find that adding a bit of lift to this sort of black of a smoky eye just lifts it. It just makes my eyes look less like two holes. For the softer eye look, again, I wouldn't necessarily have to do anything, but I can, and I'm gonna just add a little bit of a lovely warm kind of the sandy color actually from the Black Sands palette. And I'm just gonna go here, just above the crease, and blend out the kind of darker crease color. Once again, I could use my brown and kind of redefine what's going on here. Then, as I come to the end of my look, I'm just going to finish with more liner and lashes. So at this stage, if I wanted to, I could go back over with my pencil for added definition, or you can add a liquid liner, which I'm going to show you in a second. But first, I'm going to put eyeliner inside my eye. For this brown side, I'm going to use the brown pencil again, but I could use the black if I wanted to. So all the way in the corner. So I've got my Elate Cosmetics liquid eyeliner here. It's a clean mineral cosmetic. Now normally you could use this straight with the applicator, but I'm going to use a dedicated brush to keep this clean because this is my professional one for work. I've put some on the end of my brush, and this is what I'm going to do straight on my lash line. I always do a little tail. Almost there, kittens. So to finish this look, always, always, always curl your lashes unless you've had them treated so that they have that perm lift, or you just have naturally very curly lashes. Because if not, what happens, as you can see, when they're straight, they make like the visor of a baseball cap. They make a shadow that goes downwards. So I always curl. These are my Surratt curlers. So I always kind of scoop off what's left at the tip and zigzag out. On the bottom, I just do a really light touch, just to give a bit of color, but if not, it does again smudge on me a lot. And that's it, and that's your eyes. I mean, I'd be remiss if I didn't finish this look. So I'm gonna try this. I've been trying this lovely Living Nature from New Zealand lipstick. It's so creamy and gorgeous. It's literally one of those colors that looks great on everyone. It fits, look, it fits both ways. It fits like that, or it fits like that. Don't mind my weirdly painted nails. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to put lots of information on the blog post about this. So if you are watching this on YouTube, there's going to be some information down there. But do head over to beautybytahira.com for more about green beauty, makeup, skincare. I've got lots of tips and tricks on my site. I've got lots of get the look and how-tos. If you want to know anything, please do get in touch with me via Instagram, via Twitter, send me an email, anything you'd like. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah.